got these court documents in hand this afternoon, and it shows that both of the jailers have been indicted on murder charges.
Welcome back to We the People University. My name is Abiyah Israel, former police officer and former sheriff's deputy. Today we're taking a look at two Tyranny County jail guards who literally killed a man, one by kneeling on his back, which we've seen before, and the other who was a supervisor who allowed it to happen. I'm going to read a piece of this article before we jump into this video. Make sure you watch to the end. Two county jail guards have been indicted on murder charges for the asphyxiation death of an inmate in Texas. The indictments, dated Tuesday, charged Joel Garcia and Rafael Moreno in the April 31st death of former Marine Anthony Johnson in a Tyranny County jail located in Fort Worth. Sheriff Wayborn, who has said Moreno wrongfully placed his knee on Johnson's back after Johnson was handcuffed, and Garcia, who was a supervisor, they were both fired. But get this part. But both were reinstated and placed on paid leave because the sheriff's office said the dismissals did not follow official protocol. Now, how many times do we see police officers come up to you and they don't follow the law? All right, immediately they want ID. It doesn't matter if you're suspected of committing a crime or not. Forget protocol or anything else. They're going to do what they want to do. But when it comes down to law enforcement, everything has to be by the book. Let's take a look at this video. We'll talk about it more here in a second. Leave your thoughts down below. Make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button. Let's check this out.
Upstairs.
Make sure you keep your eyes on this guy. This in no way has anything to do with body shaming or trying to make anyone feel embarrassed due to their weight. But this is a very important factor. Make sure you keep your eyes on this guy.
Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Put your hand on your back. Stop resisting.
Look at me. Right here.
There you are. There you are.
Simmons, get you out.
Simmons out.
Check out.
Come on, go that way.
Go that way. Go that way.
No good? Yeah. You got restraints on?
You have leg iron.
Moody, come on. Leave him there.
If you listen closely, you can hear Johnson on the ground. He's coughing. All right. He is coughing. That can be due to him already having a hard time breathing. And you see that he is restrained. He has handcuffs on. At this point, the fight is over. You have another officer or deputy with his foot on Johnson's leg. Johnson is handcuffed and he has two deputies still on him at this moment. He is not resisting anymore. The fight is over.
We get leg irons. Leave him there till we get leg irons.
And here is the reason why I said continue to watch this guy. Again, you hear Johnson, he's still coughing. This guy is Johnson's no longer fighting. And here comes Deputy Moreno and just places his knee in the back of Johnson while he's handcuffed on the ground with two other deputies on him already. Now, the size of Moreno, he could very well weigh maybe 300 pounds, maybe more, 350, who knows? The point of that is, again, not about body shaming, not about making fun of anyone, but that is a lot of weight to be on the back of anyone who's laying on the ground handcuffed, and you're on his back for literally almost 2 minutes.
Come here, who that? Come here. Call out.
He breathe. He breathe.
I'm not sure. Get leg irons.
Correction of the US,
call the play.
Check Simmons out, face.
Caldwell, checked out. You didn't get checked? How you feeling, man? We'll bring him down to you.
We're bringing him down to you, Don. Don. We'll bring him down to you.
It's 28.
That's 28 cents.
Merle, you give me a single cell?
See a single cell, some leg iron. Some leg iron. No, 55. Some of those out.
Good.
What's the say, man?
And at this point, if you see the hands of Johnson, watch his fingertips. It's really quickly because the clip is not going to last too much longer. It's going to shut off here. But if you see, he is not moving. His fingers are not moving. At this point, he is no longer breathing. Deputy Moreno kept his weight on the back of Johnson, utilizing his knee right in the middle of his back until he stopped breathing.
Just got these court documents in hand this afternoon, and it shows that both of the jailers have been indicted on murder charges. The indictment is coming from the grand jury for both Lieutenant Joel Garcia and Officer Rafael Moreno. They believe the two jailers, quote, did knowingly cause the death of an individual, Anthony Johnson, by putting weight on his back or back of his shoulder. Anthony Johnson Jr. died in April. He was an inmate in the Tarrant County Jail. Video of the incident shows Officer Rafael Moreno kneeling on Johnson's back for 90 seconds after a struggle with jailers. Supervising Lieutenant Joel Garcia filmed the incident where the 31-year-old Marine who had mental health struggles died of asphyxiation, according to the medical examiner. Johnson's family attorney, Daryl Washington, tells us this is an appropriate step in the right direction, but, quote, the unfortunate reality is that there are even more people in the video who need to be held accountable. He's referencing the jailers who watched Moreno keep his knee on Johnson's back and didn't stop him. We also heard from Lieutenant Garcia's attorney, Randy Moore. He is disappointed in a lot of people over the indictments and said, quote, all I can say is why would anybody risk their life to be a police officer, to be treated like this, and have politics dictate the justice system?
You hear the statement by Lieutenant Garcia. Why would anyone risk their life to become a police officer just to have it, the politics come and take over? And I will admit, there are a lot of politics inside of law enforcement. But when you as a supervisor, come on, man, when you as a supervisor watch one of the guys who works beneath you kneel with all of his weight, and he's not the smallest guy in the world, and he kneels with all of his weight on the back of a handcuffed man until he stops breathing, and now you want to cry about the politics? Are we serious? But this is law enforcement. This is policing in America. Now he's the victim. He is the victim. But whatever happened to police being held to a higher standard? We never see police officers hold themselves to the standard. It's always, I'm the victim, and you, the tax-paying, law-abiding citizen, you're the criminal, and we're going to treat you as such. But when it comes back to us, we have to find every reason and every excuse in the book. They're been charged with murder, but let's see if they're convicted. That's the big question. Again, this is policing in America. Know your rights. And just in case, or if they're violated, your rights are violated, make sure you always record the police. With that being said, We the People University, signing off.